Yeah, it's really exciting to be back home after three away games, and exciting to have a great program like Notre Dame come in here and 11 o'clock a.m. game. We played that at that time last week, so it should be good weather, and we're looking forward to Marcus Freeman and his team coming in here. Have a lot of respect for him and what he's done, and of course Notre Dame's program.
Coach, we'll start you off today with Matt Byrne of the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette.
Yeah, good morning, Sam. Hitler yesterday was saying how yesterday's practice was a good one. Just curious how you've seen guys maybe respond better in this week's practices compared to last.
Well, I don't remember ever saying that last week's practices were bad, but this has been a good week for us. Our team knows that we have to practice well to win versus Notre Dame, and Monday and Tuesday have been outstanding, very physical, and we know we've got a difficult task, but we also know if we practice well that we'll have a good chance.
Next will be David Ubben of Athletic.
Sam, I was curious, the availability reports in the SEC, you guys are about a season plus through that. When you've got guys who are limited in practice, but they'll be available on Saturday, and there seems to be an option to put them on the injury report, do you guys put them on your report, or how do you handle that?
We do. We put them as probable, questionable. But if we think there's a chance that they're going to play, we put them one of those two categories.
Mm-hmm. I think there's some disagreement in a couple conferences about coaches and how they handle that. How do you feel about places that maybe don't do that? You guys had an issue, obviously, with Ole Miss's quarterback the last couple weeks. How do you feel about places that maybe don't do that?
Bottom line, when you get out there, they're either going to be out there or not. We have guys checking, as they do, as our opponents do too, to see if we know who potentially was injured from the game before, and we watch them in pregame, just like we watch our own that are on that list to see if they're going to be ready to go. We weren't supposed to feign injuries. We do that. We're supposed to be correct on our injury report. Some do, some don't. But we have a way of figuring that out in the pregame, and most of the time you're preparing for either or, and so you got a plan A and a plan B depending on who they are, quarterback wise, or et cetera. So I don't want to make a big deal out of it because it's all about an integrity deal, and certainly we're gonna put it on there like it is.
Mm-hmm. Overall, how do you feel like the institution of the availability reports has gone?
I think it's been good. I think it has, and I'm pleased with it.
Thanks, appreciate it.
Next is Trey Biddy of Hog Sports.
Yeah, Coach, I kind of asked you on Monday about if you felt any added pressure with this game, but just to kind of put it a different way, what about the opportunity of playing Notre Dame and getting this thing turned around? And have you discussed that angle with your team?
We've certainly talked, each and every week we talk about, how to win. Certainly Notre Dame being a national brand is something that extra motivation is not needed because everybody knows it's Notre Dame. So are there easier games to motivate than others? Yes. But I think our team added pressure. I don't think there's any added pressure there through the coaching staff nor the players. As long as we do what we're supposed to do in preparation, then we know we've got a good football team, and then we'll figure it out on Saturday. But I don't really think there's extra pressure. Pressure comes from either internally or from the outside, and I don't think there's outside pressure for us. I think we're a pretty tight knit team, and our pressure is that we want to win. So I don't think it's been too much that way.
Do you even remember how to get ready for a home game in Fayetteville? It's been 3 weeks since you guys have been home, and what changes for you guys from a mentality of obviously going to Little Rock, but us against the world mentality in Oxford and Memphis?
Yeah. Trey, our schedule's been this way ever since I've been here. It's been 1 at home and 3 or 4 gone and then come back. And, to be honest with you, it's more disappointing for the fans, but just having our crowd, having people in there rooting for us and affecting the opponent is a huge, huge advantage. They're talking about winning on the road in the SEC. Well, it's hard. They've got fans. They've got noise. You're traveling. Winning on the road in the SEC at night is the percentile it's hard. And the reason being is you got the fans all, a lot of them tanked up, ready to go, and the noise and the factors going on with that. So, man, it's nice to be that team this week and be able to host. And I expect a huge, huge crowd and a lot of noise, and that will give us somewhat of an advantage.
Thanks, Coach.
Next is Andrew Hutchison of the Best of Arkansas Sports.
Hey, Sam. I guess Antonio Jordan was able to travel with y'all last week. I'm curious, kind of, now that he's healthy, what have you seen from him? And kind of how do you approach him knowing he's got, there's 8 games left, there's 4-game redshirt rule. Kind of how do you approach that with him?
Well, the redshirt thing is really a non-factor right now. He's got to get mentally ready enough to play in a game, with him having. So that part of it really a non-factor. He's doing better. It's hard, especially as a freshman, to be able to miss that much time and come back mentally like you were when you left. So he got a lot better this week. He seemed more fluid. His ankles, I think, about 100% now. So we anticipate him being a good part of our program, whether it be this week or after the bye week. I don't know, but he's going to play for us. He's a good player and a wonderful guy, and so we'll kind of work him in as we see fit. But he's more ready this week than he was last.
And then also, with y'all having played 4 games now, I'm curious, have you had any conversations with any guys about, redshirting and those kind of conversations?
Fortunately, we have not. And, certainly if we were going to, I assume we would have had them Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. But I'm hoping that they pass the 5 for 4 and 5 for 5, and it's a non-factor. We certainly need it to with the limited roster size and with injuries. We need it to, go to where kids aren't coming in here saying, hey, I want a red shirt, because injury-wise, it's going to go up because of just simple numbers. We got cut 15 in our roster, and now with the availability of different guys being able to come in and say they're going to redshirt when they're helping your program, it's not a good combination, in my opinion.
Coach, that's going to be all the time we have today. Thank you.
All right. Thanks a lot.